I'm happy to say we've re-established contact with Sana'a, where Sultana Begum was speaking to us. Sultana is the Advocacy Manager at the Norwegian Refugee Council. Thanks very much for coming back to us, Sultana. You know, the reason I asked you why food and humanitarian assistance might be being used as a weapon of war, and I understand that you're not a political organisation, you're a humanitarian organisation. But the fact is, there is some aid, but it's not getting through to the people who need it. We've heard of the Houthis being accused of either stealing it or taking it away, then selling it. And when you've got these two warring factions, is that one of the reasons that the aid isn't able to get through, because of the actions of the two sides, the Houthis on one and the Saudi-backed government on the other?
I think just firstly to answer your question, there are organisations like the Norwegian Refugee Council and other humanitarian organisations providing assistance to people under very difficult circumstances. So some of the challenges that we face include the conflict itself, which means it's not safe for our staff on the ground to reach people who need our assistance. Other issues that we're encountering are things like, bureaucratic impediments that prevent us, again, from moving around freely and being able to provide aid. So there are many challenges that we face on a day-to-day level to get assistance to people. However, having said that, NRC, we're providing cash, we're providing food, water, shelter to many people. Aid is saving lives in Yemen, and I think that's a very important message. There are millions of Yemenis who need our assistance, and despite the difficulties, we are getting assistance to them, and therefore that's why we're asking governments to give more money right now.
What else do you need from those governments? Your organisation has told this UN-organised funding summit that those countries which last year in 2018 gave the most money to Yemen in terms of assistance are also the most complicit in war, and that they have to work towards stopping the war as much as providing assistance. So what more do you need from them apart from money?
Yeah. So this is a man-made crisis. There is no question about that. Yemenis are starving because they are being starved. We've seen the use of blockade. We've seen the shutting down of ports, the shutting down of key roads. We've seen warehouses packed full of food out of our reach. So basically, this is, as I say, this is a man-made crisis. There are restrictions on food, fuel, medicines coming into the country. The war has destroyed this country's public services. It's destroyed its economy. 600,000 people have lost their jobs. Civil servants in the northern parts of the country aren't getting paid. So even if there is food in the market, they can't afford to pay for it. So what does that mean? We're calling on governments who are bombing, killing and injuring Yemeni civilians to say that what they need to do is call for a nationwide ceasefire and to engage in political talks to bring this brutal war to an end.
Sultana, thank you very much indeed for joining us and bearing with us and coming back indeed after we lost that connection. That's Sultana Begum from the Norwegian Refugee Council speaking to us from the Yemeni capital, Sana'a.